Well, as you can see, the gaseous oxygen vent hood is being removed, a good indication that Columbia is very close to launch. A little over 2 minutes left on the count right now. Again, they cleared the weather problem out just a few moments ago and decided to start the clocks. While they did have optical clearance from the ground for the 8,000 feet, they wanted to put a helicopter observer up. The range safety officer said that unless they could see through the cloud cover at 8,000 feet down to the ground, that he would not allow Columbia to be launched. There was extensive discussion going on about that situation, something we've never heard before as far as a criteria of having an observer. But when it is this close, when they are talking about the difference of 500 feet in the cloud cover, most of those mission managers wanted to go, but the range safety officer said if he couldn't see the shuttle, that it was a no-go situation. That cleared up about 5 or 6 minutes ago. They started the countdown clock. They have started the auxiliary power units, and they are about ready to make a 5th attempt at launching Columbia, the 5th try since last May. 3 of the 4 previous tries were stopped because of the hydrogen leak problem. No problem with that system tonight. They did have a problem with helium, but that was cleared up. They found out that it was a ground-based problem and not a problem inside the orbiter itself.
On the joints with the solid rocket boosters have been turned off. T-minus 40 seconds. The flight data recorders are on. Coming up on a go from the ground launch sequencer. T-minus 31, we have a go.
Go for auto sequence start.
So the
handoff has now occurred from the ground launch sequencer to the space shuttle. Columbia's computer is now controlling.
20.
Booster hydraulic power units have started. T-minus 16 seconds. Sound suppression water system is armed. 12, 11, 10. Go for main engine start. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3 good engines. 3 good engines up and burning. 2, 1, 0, and liftoff. Liftoff of the Space Shuttle Columbia and Astro 1 for an insight into the lifestyle of the galaxy.
Roll program.
Roger, roll, Columbia.
This is Mission Control Houston now controlling as Columbia ascends through 1,400 feet. Good roll confirmed here on the ground. 3 good main engines, 3 good auxiliary power units, and 3 good fuel cells. Columbia now at 6,100 feet. Three main engines are now throttling down to ease Columbia's passage through the period of maximum dynamic pressure on the vehicle. Now at 18,000 feet. Relative velocity now 1,100 feet per second. Three main engines now throttling back up, and we show them now at 104%.
Columbia, go and throttle up.
Roger, go throttle up.
Go throttle up, and now Columbia at 67,000 feet, downrange 8 nautical miles, relative velocity 2,500 feet per second. Now passing through 100,000 feet, downrange 16 nautical miles, now relative velocity 3,600 feet per second. Standing by for SRB SEP call. And good SRB separation confirmed here in the control center.
So the solid rocket boosters have separated from Columbia. Columbia now on its 3 main engines. A beautiful launch, turning night into day at the Cape, and a spectacular launch is the only way you can talk about a night launch. They are infrequent. And CNN's John Zarella joins us now from the Kennedy Space Center. John, it looked like that it wasn't going to happen because of something we've never heard before, that a helicopter observer had to be put up to clear the last 500 feet.
That was very, very strange. I was trying to figure that out all along, and the most I got out of it was that they were concerned that they wanted to be able to see the stack as it got through 8,000 feet. And I'm sure the viewers could see why when they saw that picture. As it did break through the cloud cover, there were periods where you couldn't get a good look at the shuttle, at least from here, from our observation looking up at it. It was difficult, and that's, of course, in case there is a problem, in case there is an emergency. They want to be able to see the stack, which is basically the shuttle, the orbiter, the external tank, and the solid rocket boosters all performing together, and that there are no problems. So, but that was very rare. Usually we're used to hearing the shuttle training aircraft up, giving them clearances, checking weather, and we saw the helicopter flying over and taking off looking at the cloud deck, but very, very interesting conversations and certainly strange. But it turned out to be a spectacular liftoff. It's been almost a year since Columbia last flew, last January, and as we all remember, it was last May when this mission was supposed to get off the ground, so it has been a long overdue flight, and finally NASA has been able to get Columbia off the ground. Tom?
All right, they are at negative return now, so Columbia's 10-day mission with the largest crew since Challenger, in a mission that has been on the boards and on the books since 1986, was the original target date for launch. Pad is empty at the Kennedy Space Center, and the Columbia mission, a 10-day mission, is on its way. We, of course, will have continuing live coverage throughout this 10-day Astro mission, a mission to study the ultraviolet, what we can't see from Earth, even from Earth's telescopes. We'll be back throughout the 10 days to keep you up to date continuously. I'm Tom Intier.
This has been a CNN Special Report.